From the home of the Bills since 1973, we are at Highmark Stadium, just south of downtown Buffalo. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They'll start on the ground here on first down. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were excellent a week ago in a victory over Arizona.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Do this.
2 yards to go, second down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down. The Bills at 7 and 8 now on the year. And they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football. But if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Bills send the punter out. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. Returnable for Grant. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there, and they're able to come up with the 1st down.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. You look at this Buffalo defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills 23. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Pierce now up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Let's go now. 2nd down and 8. Stroud looking to throw. Caught left side. Here's Dell. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Tank Dell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where you always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Here's 2nd and 3. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and now it's 3rd and 3. You look at the defense for these Texans. They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And they needed to be, because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Hard throw, incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here comes Grant on the return. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Texans will take over.
At their own 34-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Get it! Go, Lee! Go!
Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Come on, come on.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight. 60 evil, 60 evil.
Here's Stroud. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Calling an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on third and just a yard.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness. Just about got him into the end zone.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. Third and a yard. Now Stroud. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown. Takedown with their second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Point after, right down the middle. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Let's go.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Ultra. Hut.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Here's 3rd and 7.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
Hey, green. Red, yellow. Set.
He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24.
6 yards. It's 4th down.
Hey, check mega. Hut.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. There he goes, left side. He's on his way. All the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Stroud to throw it. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Give left side for Pierce to about the 35, second down.
How about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
From the 35, here's a 2nd and 8. And they'll go right back to Pierce. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Stroud working out of the gun. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. He is out of bounds inside the 35. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 15-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jordan. Touchdown, Texans. Brevin Jordan, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans are able to extend their lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bullying his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here we go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there.
Down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Garrett Stingley picks it, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Pass complete to Dell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the Texans. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Come on.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. A run by Pierce begins the second half. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
This 2nd and 4. Another carry for Pierce. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 73 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Stroud. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw taken in by Collins. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
Ready? 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Cowboy. Check contact. Check contact. Ready?
Now a handoff for Pierce. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Pierce will try to pick it up. Powering his way forward. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Hey, check that. Street.
Give to Pierce. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Damian Pierce, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Texans take a 3-touchdown lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Keep it up, fellas. Just another day in the
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Ready?
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. There he goes left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
So often on these RPOs, we see the ball get from the quarterback to the receiver in what feels like a nanosecond. But on this play, he actually cleared coverage downfield a bit before the ball got to him. The net result, though, a considerable gain.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback. And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Stays on his feet, and he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on third down. Even better decision.
Throw left side to Kincaid. And some space here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, He joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Steal, check, steal. Ready, ready.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Brought down on the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills are able to cut into that deficit. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Pierce on the counter. They're going to drop him behind the line yet again, and things going from bad to worse. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Taking a shot for down here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
That's taken it around the 40. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Hands it off out of the gun. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Dog tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Bills 14.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ready. All right, let's keep the pressure on them, offense. Set, huh?
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League.
On the double.
2nd and 20.
Let's make some good plays today. Can't stop us, out. Can't stop us.
Looking to throw. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Ready.
The Bills on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Let's go, out. Right? Let's get some momentum, hero.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Ball had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and they will take over 1st and 10.
22. Do not count 22. Get it.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Come on, come on.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Ready.
Hand off left side, Pierce. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown, because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now 2nd and 9. And they'll go on the ground. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. And quickly they get to the line.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it. Well, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Ready?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Here we go.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6.
Ready.
This taken in by Kincaid. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 37. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 37-yard line. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll take this down to the 33.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
2nd and 6.
Ready.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A loss of a yard on the play.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Let's go now.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Blue strike. Set.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing.
Here we go. Shot.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. To Pierce, they set up the screen. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
A run for Pierce out of the gun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Now 2nd and 5.
Pass the 60, pass the 60. Ready.
They go again with Pierce. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
2nd down and 4. On the carry, this is Pierce. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defense in front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Come on, come on.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no